brick by brick, was reduced to shatters. And friends, that was the day where I was sent out from that very institution by stopping at the security gate and asking the guards whom I had appointed to frisk my car, my bag, and also me. Madam Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear friend, today I am here to talk to you about my journey. A journey in which I want each one of you to join me. A journey where I am going to go through certain twists and turns of my life, ensuring that you travel that journey, keeping in mind your journey of your life. Let me first start off with this particular picture, which actually took my attention at that point of time, and I kept staring at it for hours together. This happened when I was in my kindergarten school, after that entire mishap in my life, and I was sitting through without knowing what to do, and then this picture suddenly erupted on my computer screen. This pretty much summed up the situation for me at that point in time, and rather the theme of the day, confusion. I felt these were the thorns of my life. These are the thorns which actually have stuck to me so badly that I don't know what to do and how to get rid of them. As I gazed and gazed into this, I was disturbed with a knock at my door by two cute little girls who belonged to primary classes, and it was their birthday celebration, and they were there to ceremoniously distribute the chocolates of their birthday. So I took my attention off this computer screen, started to put a smile on my face and greeted them inside, and one little girl came up and gave me a dairy milk chocolate. I wished her happy birthday, and then the other girl was actually in her own trance, who was accompanying her just for a formality, but was busy singing this song. And the song went like this, in her own small little voice: when we learn how to fly, we forget how to walk. When we learn how to sing, we forget how to talk. And when we know what we want, we forget what we need. As these two little girls left my room, the song stayed with me. I started unconsciously repeating those lines. When you know what you want, you will forget what you need. Now I got hold of another line, or rather words for my emotion and those thoughts, that I know what I want, but I had forgotten what I needed. I always wanted to be successful, the be all and the end all, but I forgot what is the requirement of the hour. I forgot that I had to start back again from scratch to build an institution. And suddenly, something strange happened on my computer screen. It was this picture which appeared. I was shocked. I was like, where did those thorns go? And why did this picture appear all of a sudden? Before I could gather my senses, I realized that actually my left arm was pressing the mouse, and it was zooming in so much on that picture that those thorns were indeed not thorns. Let me just quickly take you through this particular picture imagery, and now you will know what I was talking. This was the main picture, but then as I pressed on, it zoomed in, it zoomed in, it zoomed in, it further zoomed in into this entire episode of that particular picture, and then entered so narrowly into this. Finally, it went on to become something which I conceived it as thorns. Through this door, from the window, these two little boys were staring at that rooster, and finally what I conceived to be as thorns were actually the throne on that rooster, or the crown in our own language. That summed it up for me. I felt, am I really on the throne? Or is it the crown which is presented to me in a different shape, in disguise? Now here is where I want you all to press pause to my presentation and then go back to your lives. Now friends, I want to ask you this question. How often have you got so much zoomed into your life that you do not see the big picture? The picture of that stamp on that envelope, which actually made me realize that it was a crown in the disguise of a throne or a thorn. So, how many of you have actually gone into your life and then went in so deep that you forgot or lost track of the big picture around you? I will give you a few seconds to mull over it, to think over it, and then maybe give me some hints through your face. So that is where I started to realize the value of that pause. The value of that pause button in life. That it is not always that you race on the speed track of life. It is important to stop, look, and proceed. That is where you need to pause and then look into what is that you need rather than what is that you want. Remember those two lines from that poem of that beautiful girl who was singing and left my room? Those two lines stuck with me to this particular button, the pause button. Now, after a few years, things started to settle down, but that experience stayed with me and my life all the time. So I was interacting, meeting, greeting, and spending time with friends and people around till I came across one another person who showed me a lot of things, taught me a lot of things, and actually took me through a lot of things. That person was a person who had seen it all in his own life, in his own share. And then he was also in the same sea, but on a different boat. And then these two things led to another, and finally we encountered another person who actually was in another boat in the same sea, but driving or riding from the opposite direction. So basically, all of us were wandering on that sea, directionless. But we had one chord in common. The common chord was we were pausing in life and looking ahead as to what next. That is where we formed this particular outfit, which is called as Otaku. And you know by now that I am talking about Rajshekhar, Taskeen, and myself, who came together to form this particular thing. And those of you who are wondering what is written in that fine print in red line, I will read it out for you. It said, if a man for whatever reason has the opportunity to lead an extraordinary life, he has no right to keep it to himself. That was the line which struck hard between these three sailors in that sea. And we thought that we have something in common, and we have something to share to the world. And that's where we took this particular mantle of bringing out what best we know and try to bring out our life in front of public in a normal manner where everybody can appreciate and join hands in this particular movement. So having said and spoken about Otaku, now is the time for me to talk to you about a program. That is the crux of today's presentation. This, friends, reminds me of those experiences of my life, and I'm sure that it reminds all my friends, that is Rajshekhar and Taskeen, of their experiences in life. And this is the next program which we are launching under Otaku for the public in Hyderabad on the 5th and 6th of January, the first weekend of the new year 2014, which is titled as Pause. Pause, let life sink in. Now, what is so common or so different or great about this particular thing? You may say that it is something similar to every other program which is offered by every other common man across the corner. If you see these three things, these three images which you see closely, it reflects the three elements, that is water, earth, and fire. Water for us, friends, reflects the flow. It's important for us to immerse ourselves into the flow and then get on with the life. Earth reminds us of getting centered, being balanced so that we don't move off or get shaken. And fire, the last but not the least, reflects and signifies the internal passion which we will never or we must never let it to die. And in other words, or in simple words, these three things reflect the three people behind Otaku: the water, the earth, and the fire. So now I have a last question to ask you. Do you want to pass all the while, or do you want to pause for a while? If your answer is yes, that yes, we will pause for a while, then come join us on those dates at that place and register now, because we are sure that we will bring value to you, and we are sure that you will add great learning to all of us.